I think local government really matters in these very unprecedented times.
It's Election Day, and you do still have time to vote in today's primary. The polls are open until 8 p.m. Thank you for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Rice.
And I'm Christine Sorensen. There are candidates seeking nominations for judge, seats on school boards, and local government posts. But the one race getting widespread attention is for Pittsburgh mayor, especially on the Democratic side, with Mayor Ed Gainey facing a primary challenge from Allegheny County Controller Corey O'Connor.
On the Republican side, retired Pittsburgh police officer Tony Moreno is up against Lawrenceville business owner Thomas West. And tonight, KDKA has reporters covering each of those candidates. We're going to go first to Jennifer Baraso with the Gainey camp. Jen.
Ken, who turns out to vote in this race is going to be critical. Now, it's unusual to beat an incumbent mayor, but this is a referendum about the conduct of this incumbent. Did Ed Gainey do a good job or not? Now, affordable housing, Mayor Gainey promising to make Pittsburgh a place everyone can afford. He approved or completed construction on thousands of affordable housing units. And public safety, despite a shortage of police and EMS and multiple police chiefs, Mayor Gainey touting crime is down. Homicides have fallen by 33% and non-fatal shootings have dropped 44%. Gainey, who is from Lincoln Leamington, served 8 years as a state rep. 4 years ago, he ran as a progressive outsider, becoming the first black mayor in the city's history, promising to make Pittsburgh a city for all. Much of his focus has been on Donald Trump and firing up his progressive base. We caught up with the mayor after he voted. Take a listen.
I feel good. I feel good. You know, the polls that we stopped by, we got a very favorable response. We're going to continue to work. This is what it's about. You know, we love the story that we created, building a city for all.
Now, doors open here at 8 p.m. here at the Pittsburgh Federation of Teachers. Reporting live in the South Side, Jennifer Baraso, KDKA-TV News.
Thank you, Jennifer.
And our team coverage continues now with Chris Hoffman on Pittsburgh's North Side.
He's covering Gainey's opponent, Corey O'Connor. Chris.
Christine and Ken, the former city councilman and current Allegheny County Controller, is trying to win the seat his late father won 20 years ago. Now, the big thing he's been pushing against is really the finances of the city. That's something his campaign has pushed hard against and been one of the harshest critics of the current Gainey administration. With property assessments dropping in downtown, this has raised alarms for the city budget. Now, O'Connor cast his ballot this morning in Point Breeze at the Linden School. Much of his day was spent in areas that will be key to a victory for this campaign. They include the neighborhoods of Point Breeze, Wind Gap, Brookline, Mount Washington, Overbrook, and Lincoln Place, really south of the Mon and parts of the West End. Those are neighborhoods he hit really hard this afternoon, even going to parts of the north side. Those are areas he really has to run up the tally to try and pull out a win over the incumbent mayor.
We have a choice in front of us today. We can take our city in a different direction where we're more transparent. We talk about growth and opportunity in all areas. And, you know, standing here with my family, I think for me, Pittsburgh should be every family's first choice.
Now, according to the campaign, they are still feeling confident as we go into the final hours of voting. They say they have seen low turnout citywide, so we'll see how that plays a role in all of this. Their campaign headquarters are over on the north side over at Nova Place, where they will be watching the results as they come in. Live on the north side this afternoon, Chris Hoffman, KDKA-TV News.
Most watched race on this primary election day is for the Democratic nomination for Pittsburgh mayor. Thanks for being with us at 5. I'm Ken Rice.
And I'm Christine Sorensen. Now, Mayor Ed Gainey and Allegheny County Controller Corey O'Connor are going head-to-head. More money has been spent on today's Democratic primary than any before. We heard from both Democratic candidates earlier at 5.
On the Republican side, Lawrenceville business owner Thomas West is up against retired Pittsburgh police officer Tony Moreno. And KDK is covering each of the mayoral candidates. Mamie Ba is with the Thomas West campaign in East Liberty.
And we begin our live team coverage at 5:30 with Jessica Guay, live with Tony Moreno's camp in Brookline. Jess.
So Tony Moreno has been running on a platform of prioritizing public safety and calling for real change. Tonight, he's hoping to win the Republican nomination for mayor of Pittsburgh. Earlier today, he told us he's feeling good. You might remember back in 2021, Moreno ran unsuccessfully against Ed Gainey. Moreno, who spent 24 years as a member of the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police, says he will fight for a safer Pittsburgh. After casting his ballot earlier today, he shared how the campaign has been over the last few months.
It's been very frustrating because we're talking about the same exact issues we were talking about 4 years ago, and we demanded change 4 years ago, and we got more of the same on steroids. That's why I'm here. Change isn't just changing the name over the door.
Moreno and his supporters will gather here at Moonlight Cafe in Brookline. We'll be here all night for that. They're going to be waiting for the final tally. Now, Moreno is facing off against Thomas West. KDKA's Mamie Ba is covering the West camp. Let's send things over to her now.
Yeah, Thomas West is feeling optimistic. He believes it's time for something different. Unlike the other candidates in this race, he's never held a city position, but he believes that makes him a standout. You remember right here on KDKA-TV during the Republican mayoral debate, he talked about it. He said because of that, he can bring something different to the table. Currently, he owns a men's clothing boutique in Lawrenceville. He's running on public safety, which you know has been a big topic in this race. We caught up with him earlier today. One of the biggest hurdles he needs to overcome, similar to Tony Moreno, is that the city hasn't elected a Republican mayor since the 1930s. Now, this is what he had to say about his odds and getting the Republican nomination.
I'm feeling really good. I mean, we're getting a lot of support. It's been really great stuff, and it's been building ever since I announced in January. The support just kept building and building. So, yeah, I'm feeling really good going into tonight.
Tonight, West and his supporters will gather here in East Liberty to watch the votes come in. We'll be here as well, so be sure to stay with us. Reporting live from East Liberty, Mamie Ba, KDKA-TV News.
Now, 3 referendum questions are on the table for city voters, but the wording can be kind of tricky if you don't know what they're asking. One of the questions is for changing the city's home rule charter, which is essentially its constitution. Voting yes would mean the city would still be able to do business with companies without investigating all of their dealings with other foreign governments and nationals. Question 2 deals with water and sewage. That resolution would prohibit the city's water and sewer authority from leasing, selling, or privatizing the system. And then question 3 is asking if the home rule charter from the first question should be supplemented by adding a new section prohibiting the use of the Home Rule Charter amendment process, which in simple terms is saying because this is unconstitutional, the citizens shouldn't even be able to bring up a question. Now, since the Home Rule Charter is a legal document, you can thank that for the tricky wording. In all 3 cases, yes is stopping something from happening and no is allowing it to happen. And you can find more helpful information on our website, KDKA.com.
All right, joining me now is political analyst John Delano. It's nice to meet you. I understand you're new around here.
Just a little bit.
John, what are you hearing about turnout, and how are the campaigns looking at turnout and how it will affect their individual fortunes?
Well, it's a great question, and turnout, Ken, really is low across the city of Pittsburgh from the sources I have. And they're low both in areas that Ed Gainey needs to win and low in areas, frankly, that Corey O'Connor needs to win. Now, the one area of the city where turnout, I'm told, is at least average is the 14th ward of the city. What is the 14th ward? Well, that's the Squirrel Hill area. Parts of Greenfield is the 15th ward, and you have Shadyside in the 7th ward. Those areas are showing up typically, so not so low. But this is an area that could go either way between Gainey and O'Connor. So I'm not sure that we can draw any conclusions quite yet on the basis of low turnout. And in fact, voters have 2.5 more hours to get to the polls and make a difference.
Lots of commercials on the air in this Democratic primary. Where did the money come from and who spent more?
Well, the first question about the money is really clear. We've had $2.8 million spent in this race for mayor so far, one of the most expensive races that we've seen. And both candidates have done pretty well. This is not just their own money, but the money that they've gotten from support groups, from outsiders who have come into the city. For example, the Working Families Party that has run most of the negative ads attacking Corey O'Connor. That particular entity is from Philadelphia, and they've spent over $600,000 trashing Corey O'Connor. The group that has gone after Ed Gainey, trashing him, is this group called the Common Sense for Change. They've spent over $800,000 going against Gainey. So both sides have spent a lot of money with their support groups going after each other. The campaigns themselves have spent just under $1 million.
All right, and with relatively low turnout, at least to this point, you will definitely expect that we will know the winner tonight.
Oh, I think we will know the winner unless it's exceedingly close, right, in which case it might take a little longer. But we're going to know the mail-in ballot results very quickly. There's no reason why we won't have a Democratic nominee for mayor sometime later this evening.
We'll be talking to you about that later on as we continue here. KDK is your primary night headquarters. Our coverage continues throughout the evening, and then be sure to join us for a special edition of the KDKA-TV News at 10 on KDKA+.